The 5 Great Disasters, which made readers seriously aware of how dangerous the Dark Continent is. They are 5 disaster-grade organisms and diseases that mankind cannot avoid if it is to conquer the Dark Continent and return home with hope. In this article, we examine the strength, danger level, of these 5 major disasters in a ranking format. If you feel the danger of the 5 major disasters after watching this video, please give it a high rating. Please let us know your thoughts on the ranking and the 5 deadly disasters in the comments. What are the 5 deadly disasters? The 5 evil disasters are a collective name for the 5 creatures and diseases that mankind brought back within when they challenged the uncharted land of the Dark Continent, and which have a level of danger that could lead the world to ruin. Originally, humanity should not try to obtain them, and they are described as Pandora in the work. The 5 major disasters consist of Brian, a plant weapon; I, a gas-like form, mist-like creature; Herbal, a 2-tailed serpent; Bapu, a man-hurting beast; and Obi disease, an immortality disease. None of them have any definitive countermeasures, and Jin said that it is best to confine them and keep away from them before they spread, and that it is only by chance that the human race has not been destroyed. The Dangerous Creatures Evaluation List was published between the curtains of Volume 33 of the comic, which rated the danger level of each of the 5 evils, Chimera and Human, Individual, and Human, Nation, based on 4 items: 1. Velocity, 2. Number, 3. Reproductive capacity, and 4. Destructive power. According to the evaluation, the overall danger level of the 5 major disasters is A or B+, which is the highest rank for all of them. According to the table showing the details of each rank, rank A is a dangerous organism that needs to be exterminated immediately, but the method has not been determined and it is difficult to take countermeasures. Cooperation at the global level is essential. Rank B, dangerous organisms that need to be exterminated as soon as possible, and although the method has been determined, the cost is high and the risk is high. National to international action is necessary. The B ranks are defined as dangerous organisms that need to be exterminated as soon as possible. The details of the evaluation of each of the 5 major disasters will be introduced later, but you can see how dangerous the 5 major disasters are. However, the 5 great disasters not only have high risk, disaster, but also each has its own return, hope, to match. It is truly a super high risk, high return situation. The strength of Chimera equals and. Some people may not have a clear idea of how strong the 5 evil disasters are. Let's compare their strength with that of the Chimera and that Gon, Kira, Miro, and the others fought in NGL. The danger level of the Chimera equals and is as follows: 1. Violent, BC, 2. Number, B, 3. Fertility, B1, 4. Destructive power, A, 5. Overall, B. While the 5 major disasters are ranked A or B+ in overall danger, Chimera equals and is ranked B. The Chimera equals and was a race full of powerful characters, including the King Muryun, the King's direct bodyguards, and division commanders, who boasted of the top-class abilities even in Hunter x Hunter. Even with the power of Nero, who reigned at the top of all hunters, he was unable to inflict any damage on Muryun, and he died. Even such a Chimera and has a danger level of B. You can see how much more heinous the 5 evil disasters, which have a danger level of A, are. Let's take a look at the strength ranking of the 5 evil disasters, which leave us feeling nothing but despair. Number 5, Plant Weapon Brian. 5th on the list is the Plant Weapon Brian. The danger level is as follows: 1. Violent, B, A1, 2. Number, C, 3. Fertility, B2, 4. Destructive power, A1, 5. Overall, B+. Brian is called an unidentified sphere guarding a mysterious ancient ruin, and has an eerie appearance with a human-like body and a faceless spherical head. It is said that herbs that cure all illnesses can be found in an ancient labyrinthine city that appears about 400 kilometers from the lake directly north of the world where Gon and his friends live. The uninhabited city is guarded by Brian. In order to obtain the return, the herb that cures all illnesses, a battle with Brian is inevitable. In the past, the Special Forces of the United States of Sahelta challenged Brian to a battle, but they were destroyed. In terms of strength, Brian's ferocity, fertility, and destructive power are almost the same as those of Chimera and the only difference is in their numbers. While Chimera equals Ant's number is B, Brian's is C. According to the rank list, the number of B is B and the number of C is C. According to the rank list, the number B is defined as hundreds to thousands and C as tens to tens. Nevertheless, their ferocity, fertility, and destructive power are the same as those of the Chimera and, in other words, it is possible that they are a small elite race, each one as strong as Miriam or the king's personal guard, forming dozens or hundreds of groups of tens of individuals. If they are after the herb that cures all diseases, I have a feeling that the battle will be even more fierce than that of the Chimera and. Number 4, the immortality disease Zubi disease. Number 4 is the immortality disease Zubi disease. Its danger level is as follows: 1, violent, C1, A2, 2, number, E3, fertility, B2, 4, destructive, B2, 5, overall, B+. The immortality disease Zubi disease has been called bottomless despair that tricks hope, and it is believed to be a pathogen that, if possessed, will result in a blackened, zombie-like appearance of the body that cannot die. In the basement of the International Environmental Permit Agency, there are hunters who have contracted the Zubi disease and have survived for 50 years on a subsistence diet without any human food. The truth about this self-sufficiency has not been revealed. However, considering the fact that the hunter is isolated in a facility and is described as sucking blood and flesh from his own arm, it may be that he survives by repeatedly eating, regenerating, and eating, using his own body as food. In the past, when the Kingdom of Kokanju, accompanied by Beyond, challenged the Dark Continent for the alchemical plant Metallion, it was attacked by the Zubi disease when it deviated from its route. The virulence is said to be C1, A2, with individual differences or ecology and actions endangering the lives of the majority of humans. The number may seem small at first glance, but this is the number of affected individuals, so if a pandemic of Zubi disease were to occur in human society, it would go up to an A rank in a heartbeat. Since it is a pathogen, unlike other plagues that have an entity, it will certainly be an uphill battle when it comes to targeting Metallion. Number 3, Papu, the man-herding beast. In third place is the man-tamed beast pup. The danger level is as follows: 1, violent, A2, 2, number, 3, fecundity, 4, destructiveness, B1, 5, overall, A. The man-owned beast pup is called an equivalent exchange of life for pleasure. When it first appeared, it was depicted as a tube-like object stuck into the head of an object that was probably originally human, which was then watched from behind a tree. As the name implies, it is thought to be a disaster that manipulates human beings who have lost their lives at the cost of pleasure, using them as puppets. According to Jin, pap victims have been found in the world where Gon and his friends live. In the mountain range on the northeastern coast of Lake Mobius on the Dark Continent, inexhaustible stone, an ore that generates about 20,000 kilowatts of electricity per day from a single bead when submerged in water, can be extracted. The Papu occupy the area around the mountain range. In order to obtain the return, Mujinski, a battle with the Papu is inevitable. In the past, the Bigaros Confederacy sent a survey team of 1,000 people to secure the route, but it was destroyed. The virulence is A2, the highest level, and it is said that its ecology and actions endanger the lives of the majority of humans, and its destructiveness is B1, defined as the condition for avoidance is fixed, but failure causes serious damage and death with a high probability of failure. As the name implies, an equivalent exchange of life for pleasure, perhaps the amount of damage depends on the amount of pleasure desired, which may or may not result in the loss of life. If we ever confront them, there seems to be a chance of survival, depending on the pleasure desired. Also, the number and fertility of the an unknown, but given the fact that they have a whole mountain range as their territory and that they have destroyed a survey team of 1,000 people, there must be a good number of them. It is ranked A, the highest level of ferocity and overall, so it will inevitably be a tougher fight than Brian and Zubi disease. Number 2, gas life forms, misty organisms, I. In second place is the gas life form, misty organism, I. The danger level is as follows: 1. Violent, A2, 2. Number 3. Fecundity. 4. Destructive power, AB, V. Overall, A. The I is a misty creature without substance that cries I and is called desire codependent. From the street name Codependence of Desire, it can be considered a disaster that exerts its power by parasitizing something. These characteristics may remind many people of Nanika, the mysterious power that resides in Arka, the fourth child of the Zordic family. In fact, in the interval of volume 33 of the comics, it is revealed that Nanika is from the Dark Continent. Since Nanika, like I, always responds with I and is codependent on Arka in the form of being possessed by him, it is almost 100% certain that she is I. It is possible that Zig Zordic, who once went to the Dark Continent with Netero as a sneak thief, brought I back to the Zordic family at that time. It is also likely that Jin was referring to Nanika when he said that I victims have also been found in the world where Gon and his family live. It is said that southeast of Mobius Lake is the three primary waters, which could be the source of any liquid, and the I lives in the vicinity of these waters. The Republic of Membo previously attempted to obtain the three primary waters with the help of the Hunter Association, but was destroyed. According to records, there was some kind of dispute over the I rather than the I's power overthrowing them, and as a result, they were destroyed. We have already seen the otherworldly strength of Nanika in the Arca version, so I am sure you have felt its viciousness firsthand, but let's look at it again. Violentness, destructive power, and overall are all ranked A, the highest level. Its numbers and fecundity are? An unknown, but as far as Nanika is concerned, it has a level of power that could collapse the world if even one of them existed. However, Nanika differs from other calamities in that it not only harms humanity, but also grants wishes. It is also conceivable that, like the Nanika that possesses Arca, it could change its emotional state depending on the personality of the person on whom it depends. Nanika loves Killua like Killua towards Nanika. If he can tame I, he may be able to fulfill his wish with no risk. Its strength is one of the best among the five evils, but depending on how it is used, it may become a reassuring ally to mankind. Number 1, the Two-Tailed Serpent Horrible. Number 1 is the Two-Tailed Serpent Horrible. Danger level is as follows: 1. Violent, A1, 2. Number, fecundity, 4. Destructive power, A2, 5. Overall, A. The Horrible is a demon that infects people with the will to kill, a bane with the appearance of a serpent with two tails. In a swamp located southeast of Mobius Lake, long life food nitro rice, which is said to extend the lifespan of people who eat it, grows wild. The Horrible inhabits the vicinity of that swamp. In the past, the Otama Federation attempted to acquire nitro rice, but they fell prey to the Horrible, and 99% of the people were killed before they could reach the swamp. In appearance itself, it looks like a normal snake with two tails, which may not seem like much, but its ferocity, destructiveness, and overall strength all rank A, the highest level. In other words, it is a calamity that surpasses Chimera and is as strong as Nanika, I. It is also the only one of the 5 major calamities with an A1 aggressive attack rating, which means that it will be difficult to escape. The street name of Killing Intent Contagious suggests that it has the power to use some kind of ability to manipulate the consciousness of its targets and cause them to kill each other. This is a super high-risk calamity that is commensurate with the long-life food nitro rice, which has a particularly large payback among the returns. The above is a ranking of the strength of the 5 major baneful disasters. Considering that all 5 disasters are worse than Chimera equals and, there is nothing but despair on the Dark Continent. However, since the Beyond Camp and the 12 Zodiac signs have set the ultimate goal of the Dark Continent as conquering risk, disaster, and bringing back return, hope, a confrontation with the 5 great disasters is inevitable. We cannot take our eyes off of the Dark Continent chapter and wonder who will conquer the 5 evil disasters and how, or whether anyone will be killed in the process. That's all for this time. See you again in the next video.